Hi guys, this is Ashley back with my first ever podcast episode, which is going to be on my second channel, revamped, okay? Because I was putting it exclusively on Spotify, but I just decided to put the podcast episodes on my second channel. We're going to get into a few different topics today. One topic that I want to discuss, and it's kind of been on my mind, is did Doja Cat rebrand intentionally because Nicki came back, okay, in 2022? As we know, Doja Cat, in 2022, she shaved off her head, her eyebrows. She has been less girly the second half of 2022, and she always was kind of like a tomboy. But it seems like she is definitely trying to get rid of her pop star image. I think Doja Cat kind of feels like if she continues to do the pop rap thing, she's going to be in Nicki's lane. And then also she sees these other female rappers trying to follow the pop rap lane. And she probably like, I want to do something different. And that's what's really making her go punk rap instead of pop rap, okay? Because she did say in her Variety interview that she wanted to go the punk route, and it won't be punk pop, it'll be more punk rap and more masculine, okay? And even though Nicki Minaj is a diverse artist, okay, and she has experimented with all genres, Nicki hasn't heavily done punk rap anything. Okay, she had a few features that could be considered, punk rap, but she hasn't really done that genre all the time. So I think that is the reason why Doja Cat is doing the rebrand. I think she felt like if I continue to do the pop rap, I might be in Nicki's way. And then I see Scratch Off kind of taking that lane, because she's a follower, and I want to do something different. I want to stand out. I'm not going to be able to stand out if Nicki does the pop rap, because she kind of created it for female rappers. And also, Doja Cat knows that Nicki is never going to dress the way Doja Cat dresses. Nicki, when she first got in the game, she was very camp. Let's talk about that. She was very camp, the outrageous outfits, but I don't think she's going to go back to that. Okay, she's not going to be dressed up as period blood unless it was for the Met Gala. But Doja Cat has been very experimental with her outfits, especially recently. And I think she knows that Nicki's not going to experiment on that level. So it's going to be like her own lane where she doesn't feel like other female rappers will come into it, except for maybe Rico Nasty or Doechii, okay? But they're not as big as Nicki Minaj. So let me know how you guys feel about that. I feel like Doja Cat kind of rebranded because of Nicki Minaj. Moving on to Queen Bee. Some people were upset that I stuck up for Queen Bee a few days ago in regards to a pastor calling Queen Bee out, saying that, she does witchcraft, okay? Now, my whole thing is with that is, and I really wanted to elaborate, but, I just didn't feel like making a really long video. No shade. But Rihanna, Kim Kardashian, a lot of other celebrities do witchcraft. Y'all still support them. Let's put the cheese on the cracker. Let's be completely 100. Rihanna does witchcraft, but y'all still watch the Super Bowl. Kim K does witchcraft, allegedly, but y'all still buy Skims. Let's be very clear. So that's my whole thing. I don't like when you guys try to single Queen Bee out and she not really bothering nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, Queen Bee literally keeps to herself. A lot of these pastors be jealous of these celebrities, and I'm gonna tell you how. Because not all, because there's some really great pastors out there that do be teaching the word of God and helping their community, but a lot of these big pastors that be riding around with Lamborghinis and gold chains and private jets with your money, like Pastor Whitehead, who's facing fraud and extortion charges from taking money from, the people in the congregation. So my whole thing is, a lot of pastors, they see that people are supporting Queen Bee and these tickets are expensive. The Renaissance tour tickets are expensive. And they probably like, these people need to be putting this money in the tithes so I can get a Lamborghini and a Rolex. But what people don't realize is that pastors are not supposed to be buying Rolexes and Lamborghinis with the church's money, because churches don't get taxed. That's a law. Churches do not get taxed. Everybody knows that. So the money is supposed to be put back into the community, into the congregation, okay, into preaching the word of God. Now, if a pastor writes a book, does a little side hustle, they can do whatever they want with that money. But to use people's money to buy Lamborghinis, and they don't even have Lamborghinis themselves, and you're supposed to be helping the community, that's wrong. That's something I don't respect. So I feel like a lot of pastors, they always call out Queen Bee because they see how much money she's making. Okay, and it's a jealousy thing. Every few months, a pastor calls out Queen Bee. It's becoming a little clout chasing-esque, in my opinion. Every few months. It's not the first time. A few months ago, another pastor was upset because she got a song, Church Girl. Don't listen to the song. Don't listen to it. Why are you in church talking about Queen Bee? You're supposed to be preaching the word of God. You are not a podcast. You are not a blogger. You're supposed to be teaching the word of God. Why are you worried about Queen Bee? Because you be watching her. You're a fan. And that same pastor that called out Queen Bee was exposed for going to a Queen Bee concert. And like I said, they be secretly fans of Queen Bee. They're jealous of her because they want to live a lavish life. A lot of these pastors want to live lavishly, like T.D. Jakes and Joel Osteen that be taking all the money and getting PPP loans. Let's talk about it. So that's why I don't respect it, because a lot of these really popular celebrity pastors, they want to be celebrities and they be taking the congregation money for their own gain. That's why I don't respect it. Moving on to Walmart Beyonce. She is being called out for her collaboration she is doing with Chris Brown, the colorist, okay, which is coming out 2/24. Now, I honestly think low-key Walmart Beyonce is watching Normani. Now, if you guys remember last year, Chris Breezy, the colorist, put Normani in his music video to get black women to support him more, because everybody knows that Chris Breezy, the colorist, don't really like black women. He's been exposed for being a colorist for the past few years. So he used Normani to be in his music video last year. Walmart Beyonce saw people talking about it, okay, because it was trending on social media like all day, okay? Normani got dragged and some people were praising it. And so I feel like Walmart Beyonce, she's just looking for a hit. She's like, listen, I'm going to collaborate with whoever because I'm looking for a hit. I need a hit song. Maybe Chris Breezy, the colorist, will help me. And she watched all the attention Normani got, and that's why she's doing this collaboration. Okay? Because to be quite honest, I believe that Walmart Beyonce be watching Normani. Okay? She be watching to see what Normani does, and then she tries to mimic. Low key. First, it was the fact that she wore a similar dress in the Pray It Away music video. Don't act like it wasn't similar. It was very similar. And to me, it's almost like she trying to see or watch what Normani does so she can kind of copy and do it better than her. I think she is strictly collaborating with Chris Breezy, the colorist, because she saw the attention Normani got when Normani was in his music video, And then on top of that, she needs a hit. Okay, so she just gonna be trying to get a collaboration with anybody because she needs a hit song. She been flopping. And there's really no shade. I have nothing against One Beyonce. But the fact of the matter is Chloe's not doing well musically on the charts. Now, another thing we definitely have to discuss is how Normani don't got no single out, but Chloe about to put out 2. Because RCA, the colorist, continues to stop Normani's bag. See, they don't want to allow more than one dark skin, a brown skin female artist to thrive. See, Normani is not going to get a push because right now they're pushing SZA. Okay, and at first, RCA, the colorist, did not want to push SZA. At first, they was playing in her face. They weren't sending her songs to radio. She had a problem with the release date for her second album. But when they saw the demand of SZA, that's when they started to give her a push. But they're not going to allow Normani and SZA to thrive at the same time. Moving on to Halle. Halle is getting clowned all over social media for sticking by DDG. Okay? Now, let me tell you guys a few things. First, allegedly, DDG is her first, real relationship, okay? And allegedly, he has way more experience than she does, if you know what I mean. So you guys got to take that into consideration. Not saying that, she never talked to a guy before DDG. There could be people that you talk to, okay? But we're talking about a real relationship where you might be staying over this person's house every single day. You guys might be taking extensive trips together. You guys may be intimate, okay? That's a real relationship. And so I sympathize with that fact that, she may not be as experienced as DDG, but she's grown. So she got to learn from her mistakes. And I think that eventually Halle will realize and come back to her senses that DDG is not the one. He's very immature. And everybody can see his immaturity. But he's always been like that because he is a YouTuber and he does vlogs and pranks all day. That's what he do. And like I said before, if Halle was not in The Little Mermaid, if Halle was not a celebrity, if Halle did not have the Queen Bee cosign and could bring him into certain rooms, he would not be dating Halle. Let's be very clear. Okay? He's only dating Halle because he sees her connections. But when she wakes up and realizes that, it probably will be too late. And hopefully she don't get knocked up. Adele will be getting pushed out of the industry in the next 5 years. The 30 album was a bust to me. It was a bust. She only had one hit on the 30 album. Then she canceled her tour. Then put out a new tour this year. When the album came out last year and she only had one hit. Now, if she had multiple hits like Queen Bee, she could finesse and do a tour the next year. But she only had one hit. Nobody talking about Easy on Me. I don't even know why she went on tour anymore. She don't got any hits on the 30 album. So to me, I think that the industry will start to push Adele out within the next 5 years. Okay? And she can focus on her black agent boyfriend. Okay? And, finally retire. I think Adele, she's going to have to adjust a little bit to doing more upbeat songs instead of talking about your broken heart every 5 minutes, if she wants to survive. And I don't know if she's willing to do that. Is Rihanna untalented? That's the question of the day, because Trump called her untalented. Howard Stern said that she was lip-syncing 95% of the time. Here's the thing. I think that all artists who perform at the Super Bowl, they have to lip sync because it's the Super Bowl. And, the crowd is big. I think you have to lip sync. The problem with Rihanna is that she wasn't dancing a lot because she was pregnant. And to me, I just feel like that's why she should have gotten gas. I think people gas Rihanna when it comes to her star power and her musical ability, because we all know that Rihanna's not that great of a performer. So she needed all the guests that she can possibly get. And no, the baby wasn't going to cut it for me. Okay, baby can't do nothing. I mean, what was that going to do? And I think people just like Rihanna's personality, and that's why they support her. The people feel like Rihanna has always been the underdog compared to Queen Bee. And that's why they support her and they shit on Queen Bee. And especially since Queen Bee is being pushed out of the industry. I think that Queen Bee is being pushed out. And that's why the security guard started speaking a few weeks ago. That's why Forbes made that article saying that, her sales are down 50%. I think that the industry is tired of Queen Bee. She's in her 40s. They want her to be replaced, but they just don't got a good replacement because Walmart Beyonce ain't cutting it. Okay, she's not doing what she needs to be doing. And then Normani, she brown skin, dark skin, so she won't be able to fill the shoes of a Queen Bee, unfortunately. But with that being said, that's why I feel like people are Team Rihanna, because they feel like she's the underdog compared to Queen Bee, and people are tired of Queen Bee winning because everybody knows that Super Bowl performance was mediocre. It was very mediocre. People are like, oh, I will remember this. I will never rewatch that performance ever again. I watched it once. I will never watch it again. I will never go back in 10 years and watch that nonsense. Absolutely not. Okay? How comes y'all don't want to talk about Rihanna doing witchcraft and her doing her rituals at the Super Bowl, holding up the pyramid sign? Y'all don't want to talk about that, though. Y'all was quiet. But anyway, I'm going to end it here because I don't want this video to be too long. So I'm going to end it here, and I'm going to come back with another episode really soon. Thank you guys for the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video.